Lord, what's poppin' T-Subs and T-Squads? So listen, I definitely cannot let this night slip away without doing the review to the first season of hopefully of minis for Lovers and Friends. Tell me again, my baby, can we be lovers and friends? Yes, shout out to my friend, my brother, my fellow YouTuber, Markel Logan. This was something that he saw. He had a vision, much like MLK, he had a dream and he made it come into fruition. So definitely shout out to you, Markel. Congratulations on this new venture, on your baby. I absolutely loved it. And excuse me, I cannot wait to see what this season has to unfold. So first and foremost, the opening credits were everything. Everything. Production was great. Lighting was great. Cast was great. Friends of the cast were great. Everything was good. Nothing was out of place. I don't have a bad thing to say about this at all. Like, Markel is a very meticulous person. He's an artist and he's sensitive about his shit. So it doesn't surprise me none at all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sitting here scratching my eye, but girl, it's itching. Nothing about that surprised me. It was very well thought of, very well produced, very professional-esque, and I loved it. And not to mention, he shouted out the Just Us League down to the ending credits. I'm going to put it right there for everybody to see it. Down there to the ending credits. So definitely thank you, Markel. If y'all did not see it, y'all are totally missing out. It is real good. So, the episode starts off with Premier. Premier is 30-something years old. And he's talking about how dating in Dallas is hard, especially of the fact of him being on a reality show. We actually had the pleasure of interviewing Premier not too long ago. And he talked about how dating is hard in Dallas, and especially with him being on Chasing Dallas makes it that much harder, which is really sad. But, I could totally get it and understand it. He has his two friends. He has his homegirl, Cece, and his homeboy, Sheldon. Shout out to Cece and Sheldon. I actually like Cece a lot. Cece reminds me of my two best friends, where Premier is a little bit more subtle and a little bit more subdued. She's out loud, live, and in color, and I absolutely live for her. And I also like Sheldon, too. Sheldon looks like he has a really good head on his shoulders, and he cute as a button. So definitely shout out to the both of them. So then we meet Jamil, and Jamil is a music artist. Shout out to Jamil. He's dated a lot of white and Latinos. His first black guy, his first black guy happened years ago, but he became victim to a hate crime because the guy was DL. And I thought that was a very interesting premise. I personally have never been through a hate crime. Thank God of that. I haven't. I'm 32 years old. I've never had that happen to me before. Thank God, knock on wood, whatever it is that I need to do. And I'm really sorry that happened to you, Jamil. That had to have been very traumatizing to go through, especially if it came from a person that you was with, because he's not happy with who he is and in himself, that you can't be yourself around him. So I'm so here with you for saying, listen, the DL thing was cute, it was fun, but I'm over that. I want somebody that is just as in tune to who they are and in themselves as me. And I'm all here for you for that, Jamil, and I really hope you find it, because I actually like you a lot. So he has 3 friends to help him down with his journey, honey. He has his best friend, Nikki, who is a trans activist. Yes, God, shout out to Miss Nikki. We have Sharice, who is absolutely gorgeous. I live for Sharice. Shout out to Sharice. And his roommate, Elise, who is also absolutely gorgeous. Definitely shout out to Elise. Premier meets up with his friends, and they let him know that they want to hook him up with somebody. And Cece says so long as they got a big dick of money, that's all they need. And again, this is why I bang with Miss Cece the way that I do, because I totally agree. I mean, listen, safe sex and paychecks. And so long as dick is big, girl, that's an added bonus. That's a plus. So I so totally understood where Miss CC was coming from. They tell him that he needs to stop being flaky, and he says that that's something that he's working on. And I'm glad you are, because that's one thing I hate is a flake. So I am glad that that you noticed that about yourself, Premier. Not only are you noticing it, you called it out and you're working on it. And that's all you can do. So shout out to you for that. So Jamil meets up with his two friends, Sharice and Elise, to talk. The last date that he was on, he was a white guy, and he found out that the white guy was a Trump supporter. I'm all here for love. You have the right to love who you love, like what you like, date who you want to date. But what I love about Jamal is he doesn't mind going on dates, and he doesn't mind accepting people for who they are, but he's also not going to put up with the bullshit. So I was all here for him, because he absolutely had a point. It's like, you say that you accept me and you love dating black guys, but you're voting for somebody who basically is a racist. So I was all here for Jamal. I mean, Lord, I'm confusing the damn franchises, girl. I'm all here for Jamil. Knowing who he is and not accepting anything less but the best for himself and his life. I was all here for you for that, child. And you right. You don't need no pink shriveled up dick down to your life, Jamil. I'm just saying. He says he's looking for someone that has his own car, his own house, education, etc., etc. I don't really feel like that's too much to ask for. Like, to me, I feel as though Jamil is really only asking for the basic necessities. I mean, he not asking for much. It's too much to ask that the nigga got his own house, his own core, an education, a side hustle, a hustle to complete the other hustle, and add another hustle to that. Like, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. He says he's done dating white guys and he's ready to try something new, and he's into thick guys. Okay, well, I got all the thickness that you want, Jamil. Like, you ain't even had to get up on this show to find nobody, but I'm sure not moving to Dallas. I barely want to be up here in cold-ass New York, so we will have to find someplace in the middle. But, you know, I don't mind relocating or wherever. You know, I'm a YouTuber / nurse. You know, is a music, you into music, you an artist and all that good stuff. Like, you know, we can make something work. Hit me up down in my DMs, Jamil. Is basically what this is boiling down to. So, Lon D. Shout out to Lon D. Lon D is really cute. I like him thus far. And I can't wait to see how he progresses throughout this whole thing. He comes to see CC and Sheldon, and he lets them pick out 6 out of 12 guys to see who Premier would like. Now, CC was very, very much so more critical than Sheldon was. But I was here for CC. CC is a lot like me. If I'm about to be up on this damn show trying to find love for my best friend, I'm going to do my job. And I'm going to call it the way I see it. I ain't here to be nice. I'm going to call it the way I see it. And I was here for CC. Shout out to CC. So they chose Ryan, Jay, CJ, Andre, Junie, and Dennis. Now, in my opinion, Jay and DeAndre were the cutest out of the bunch, especially Jay. I was here for Jay, honey. I was here for all parts of Jay. I said, come through, trade. I was all here for Jay, bitch. I can't wait to see what he gonna give us as these episodes progress. Moving on. So Lon D goes to Sharice, Elise, and Nikki for them to do the same for their friend Jamil. And Nikki, much like Cece, was very critical too. And I feel as though you have to be being up on this show and finding somebody for your best friend. You just can't be nice. Like, you gotta really dig deep, and, you know, if you gotta insult somebody to get your point across, then it is what it is. They chose Tyron, Jeremy, Maurice, Sid, Fannin, and David. For me, Maurice, Fannin, and David were the cutest, especially David. I liked his dress and all of that. Like, I was all in for David. Hopefully David will make the cut. because they let it be known that once they go down to the mixer, just based off of first impressions alone, they're going to have to send somebody home. Somebody going to have to kick the bucket. Somebody going to have to pack their shit and leave. And another thing that I liked about it, they're giving the audience a chance to vote on who they think that a person is going to pick. And that was basically the end of the episode. Markel, I loved it. I don't have anything bad to say. I don't. I know how you are. I know how professional you are. And I just know that this is going to get better and better and better as the episodes go. Shout out to the friends. Shout out to the 2 main cast members. Shout out to everybody that's involved in this. I loved it. I ain't got nothing bad to say. That's all I got. I ain't got no more to give you. Y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the premiere episode, season 1 of Can We Be Lovers and Friends? Oh, it's a good look, baby. Show you right. I'm out.
What you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system. It's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in a business.